Hello and welcome to this very extensive free training on how you can grow as a mindset coach in 2024. And this can also apply to life coaches, leadership coaches, even fitness coaches, just anyone that really works one-on-one or group coaching with people to improve their mindset in some way. And in this training, I'm basically going to walk through A to Z how you scale in 2024 with the kind of most profitable model and with the most predictable model when it comes to the coaching. So let me just get right into things. So what we're going to cover is we're going to cover offer creation. We're going to cover the personal branding phenomenon, the funnel, and the formula. Just keep it very nice, simple. So in terms of the offer creation, a lot of the times I see coaches that have a very general offer that can easily be replicated by other coaches, by other personal brands. So in that way, whenever you have your offer and you present it to the world, you want to present it in a way where you were struggling with a particular problem in your life and you overcame that. So the best person you can help is your past self. For example, 5 years ago, what were the struggles that you had then? And what did you do to overcome it? And just use that as a framework of how you create your offer. You are the testimonial. You don't need testimonials in order for your offer to perform well if you create it this way. So in that way, share your unique story of how you overcame it and your unique mechanism. For example, let's say you had this problem that you had in your life and it took you very many years to overcome it. You can present your offer in a way that instead of going through the 5 years of struggle like I did to overcome this problem, I'm just going to give you the framework where it took me from A to Z and I can give it to you for a transformation in 3 months' time. That's a good offer because you know it works because you did it. And if you frame your story correctly, people will trust you and they will think you're the authority figure for their same problem. So in terms of the personal branding phenomenon, many people have logos on their profiles. Many people, try to have a real corporate look. But the truth is, we don't buy from logos. We buy from people. Think about everything you've ever bought and see how it has most likely been linked to a person. Whenever you buy something, maybe it's through a referral, maybe a friend told you about it, maybe you really trust this person online and you bought from it. There's a few things that we need for our survival where you're not going to really, go through a person to get it. Like you're not going to, be referred to someone to buy some water. I mean, you could be. That's actually a good example. Why do you buy super expensive water? It's because someone probably told you about it, of how it's so amazing. People that buy Fiji water and stuff like that. You don't just buy that expensive water out of the blue. You're heard by people that, oh wow, this water is the best water you can buy. You buy from a person, you buy from people. Society gives it a certain status, And the biggest brands always is built by a powerful leader. If you look at, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, every single one of us, or most of us, know the leaders of these brands. Tesla and Elon Musk, Apple and Steve Jobs, he's passed away, but people still recognize him as the leader of the brand. And Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Every single one of these people have a powerful personal brand. Elon Musk is extremely wealthy and he builds his personal brand on Twitter or X on a daily basis. So all of these people recognize that a powerful leader and a powerful brand is what's going to be the forefront of his brand, right? Or of her brand. Because despite these having very powerful symbolic meanings, it's not as powerful as the actual person behind it. You can have a crazy logo, you can have a crazy slogan, but at the end of the day, the person that stands behind the brand is more powerful than the logo and the slogan and everything combined. So if you understand that, then this whole business model of coaching is going to be a breeze to you. So in that way, you need to find your avatar and build up the personal brand in order to offer your mindset coaching. or your program in general. So now I'm just going to jump right into the funnel, just get right to the point. So the funnel is content, turns to a conversion mechanism, and then a conversation, and then a sale. And the reason why this funnel begins with content is because we're building leverage. With all of the businesses in the world, we need two things. We need attention and we need a product. And when it comes to content, that is your mechanism of getting that attention. And we're using it in a way where we're leveraging the attention, because as your brand grows, the content is going to be more leverageable and it's going to create more conversion mechanisms and more conversations and more sales. So this is kind of an exponential system. And now when it comes to the formula of how that works, I'm just going to jump into that right now and show you step by step how I would scale your business. So let's jump right into it. So in terms of the old way of running a coaching business, most people run it completely organic. A few years ago when Reels and all of that was, TikTok, all of that was really popular, it was fairly easy to get enough organic attention and just target the right people and could scale. But the old way now is like, it's a struggle, growing completely organic, sending messages to strangers, don't know if they really need us and our product, low ticket clients who don't value your time. It's hard to get clients because they're not actually invested enough, because they didn't invest enough money, they don't really care. You have no real leverage and it's hard to scale or sustain. And by the way, you could see a person with 100,000 followers and they could still be running the old way. Because the old way is you have no idea who you're targeting. You could be creating content that feeds the algorithm and feeds your dopamine systems in your brain, where you get likes and followers, but is actually not going to create real value for those people that you actually really want to help. And this is where most of us get stuck. We create content, get views. And then when you do a call to action on your story of who's interested in your product, maybe a few people there are ready to buy your product, but it's not as many as you probably deserve. And it's hard to really scale that up. And this old way, there's certain people that can succeed with this if they're lucky and they really just get millions and millions of eyeballs on their page, and they do tons of different ways to kind of filter down the people that actually want to buy their product, but it's really not predictable in any way. And it can be saturated pretty easy, because anyone can really copy this and create organic content exactly how you do and basically steal your audience in no time. So this is kind of the old way. I've spoken with lots of coaches that have struggled for years, honestly, to create tons of content, growing organic, getting a few followers here and there. But because they have to rely on the algorithm day by day and just have to rely every month to get enough clients in, their income is very, up and down. It's fluctuating a lot, and it's very stressful and very hard to really make the impact that you want. So this is the new way. And honestly, the new way isn't much different from the old way, but it uses a few mechanisms that completely transforms this whole system. So the new way is creating organic content and also growing with ads. Because the new way, we don't have to completely rely on, going viral and creating organic content. And because of that, we don't really care how many views our videos get. We create content because we think it actually can be valuable for those people that we really care about. And we're not really too fussy about how many views it gets, because we just want it to reach the right people. Because we know that the ad is constantly running, constantly getting the eyeballs that we need to really just scale month by month. And instead, you send warm messages to people who actually like you and came to you and followed you. Your audience needs your service because they most likely came from the ad and they struggle with the problem that you presented. So they're following your content month by month and getting nurtured into slowly becoming a valuable client. You also get inbound messages, from you doing content and just nurturing and being there for the people that you can really serve. People reach out to you out of the blue with the message and want to work with you. You can also get high ticket clients who are determined. Because you've got so many people that really want to work with you, you have the amount of leads where you can pick and choose who you want to work with and also charge a high amount. It's also easy to get results for them because they actually have more skin in the game, are more determined to actually work on themselves to really get the results, because you can only give them the information and then it's up to them to really make the change. You also build leverage and you create kind of your own 3.0 offer in a blue ocean. Because you're building a very unique kind of audience where it just can't get completely organic, you're going to have so much leverage and being able to kind of be the authority within your own unique niche. It's also easy to scale because you have predictable results. You know how many people are going to come from the ad, how many people you message until you get a sale. And what you really need to do in order to scale is just up the ad spend. And that's pretty much it. So it's very easy to scale once you have the predictable results all set in place. And you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, great, this sounds awesome, Jay, but how do I actually make this happen? How do I make this transformation? Well, I'm not going to really tease you here. I'm just going to give you everything you need to know to really get started. So this is the system. It's very, very simple. So you want to have short form content that nurtures the audience. This is just similar like this old way. The only difference here is that we don't have to struggle and try to copy the trends and really just follow the crowd. We just create content that we think can really help our audience. And we be very genuine and just be ourselves and be authentic. And we make content that people really like. Or the true fans really like. And you make 2 to 3 posts. By this, I mean reels, 2 to 3 reels a week. You can even make 2 reels a week and it's enough because it's valuable enough. And because we have this ad running that's also a reel, you just mention in the ad itself, if you have this problem and you want to overcome it, follow me on my page and I'll show you how. That's basically what the ad says. And you're going to get followers and build your audience from this ad and also from the organic. People are most likely going to come from the ad and get nurtured by the organic content or by the short form content you have on your page. And the more professional this looks, the more people are actually going to trust you and follow you. So when you have this audience and these followers, you're going to reach out to them and you're just going to say, hey man, or hey X, hey person, I appreciate the follow. I'm curious, what did you like? Or did you have questions about this? Start a very open conversation where they can just be emotionally invested in the conversation in order to book a call with them and basically close them in your coaching program. It's that simple. And the more professional your page looks and the more professional your content is, of course, there's ways through the stories on Instagram to kind of make sure that, more people message you and start more conversations to book them in. But this is the general outlook of how it looks like. It's very, very simple. And just to give you even more information of how this works, I'm going to show you how to build up your profile so you can really make the most of this system. So I'm going to get right into that. But this is the basic simple system that I've seen people have scaled to 100K a month purely on Instagram from really taking advantage of this. And the great thing is there's enough for everyone to really make this work, because the more unique you are, the more you show your story, the more everyone will be able to have their own unique spot in the coaching industry. So let's just say we've got a blank Instagram profile and we want to build it up to make a coaching business. What do we do first? So straight off the rip, if you have a picture of your logo for your coaching business or whatever it might be, it's not going to really attract a personal touch to the people that you reach out to. So have a picture of your face, just a very frontal picture, maybe also diagonal like this, and just put it up there with good lighting. That's the first step. The second step is having a good bio, but I'm going to get into a name. Don't have some crazy name. Just have your legal name in there, or something coaching with something, right? Something that just shows your name to just be as authentic as you possibly can be. And then when you create your bio, you want to say, I help X with X using the X method. Or I help your mindset by bridging the gap with psychology using the PSV method. That's just a random example I came up with. But you want to have a bio that shows how you can help people. People don't care about your accomplishments and all of that stuff, or your bachelor's degree or your PhD or whatever you have. The only thing they care about is how you can help them overcome their problem. And then you want to say DM something like a keyword to start. The reason why we have that in the profile is if someone wants to start a conversation with you, they shouldn't hesitate to do that, because people might be like, what do I text this person if I want to get to work with them? Well, you gave them the solution right here. Just text me this and we can get started. So this helps with inbound conversations. And then you want to say, for a free one-on-one conversation with me, put your Calendly link just right here. This is enough to scale your coaching business to start with. And you can easily get to 6 figures a year just by having a Calendly link. Another method is you can also have the exact same system, except that you have like a free training and just put your a YouTube video in here. Just like this one. So from there, you've got your highlights here. And most people have a lot of highlights that don't really bring actual value to the people that you want to help. So the first one you want to have is some sort of results or testimonials. If you don't have testimonials, use yourself. Use the results that you were able to get. Then have your story. So how you got into coaching, how you went through these trials and tribulations, and how you kind of reached success, or you reached a dream outcome that people really want to replicate. You could have one about your unique mechanism. So what makes your coaching program unique? And then you can have kind of one that just is completely you. So lifestyle, what you do on a day-to-day basis, me, whatever you want to call it, something that just sells people on your lifestyle as well. From then, you want to have a few pinned posts here. So you want to pin your ad that you're running so people can always kind of know what problem you solve. You want to also create a video where you talk about a little bit about your service, how you can help them, maybe a few tips. And at the end of it, you want to say, DM me the word like this, DM me something to start. And this is also just going to get some people that DM you or comment on the video to get in touch with you. And then finally, the third pin is going to be your story. So just a video format of your story, how you got started, all of that. And this is a perfect setup for a coach. And that's as simple as it gets. And this is all you really need to make this system work and succeed. And it's stupid simple, because the simpler you have this set up, the more effective it's going to work. And the key thing is here, the more conversations you have, the more book calls you're going to get, and the more people you're going to get in your coaching program. High ticket. So you're probably thinking to yourself, it's stupid simple. And it really is. There's nothing more you need to really, scale the business. The key thing is just making content that people resonate with, having a very effective ad, and just starting the conversations. So I'm just going to get right into how I can actually help you incorporate this system and just keep yourself accountable to actually make this a reality in 2024. So if you want to work with me to set up the most profitable business ever, meaning a coaching business or just an information business, right? An info product business, then don't hesitate to DM me the word mindset on Instagram to get started. You can probably tell what I did here, right? Doing the DM me. I hope this video was really insightful and really gave you a lot of value of how you can set up your coaching business to win. So feel free to comment anything you want me to cover next if some things weren't clear in this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe on my page, and Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.